All. So we're back to working on these Devastators again, and I just want to say that this is a follow-up video, because remember before we were putting the symbols on the shoulders and cutting just a little bit away to leave room for the rocket. There's a before and there's an after. So I've started putting numbers on, and the Devastators I had were Missile, Sergeant, and Heavy Bolter. So what I've decided to do is take the Missile guys and put them together into Squad 9, and then take the Sergeant and the Heavy Bolter and make them Squad 10, because Squads 9 and 10 of the 5th Company are Devastator squads. So it was really a case this time just to really show that I'm going about a process of sticking a transfer on a transfer. So the other one was previously on and it dried and lots of time passed, and then I took the number 9 out of the thing that I use a heck of a lot, which is the Forge World Dark Angels transfer kit, which has got a whole lot of very handily sized different numbers on, and it's that expansion of numbers that you really want to be able to do your squad markings if you're that way inclined, of course. And it was just really a case of doing it again as if there wasn't a transfer there. So, you know, putting on the Ard coat again, cutting this out, but to account for the angle of the rocket and the fact that some of the shoulder again is obstructed, it's a case of cutting a bit off the number this time. So cutting a bit off the top right and trying to, again, keeping it so that the film is cut as close to the actual number as possible to keep that transfer paper away, because it will fold up and wrap up and show visibly, which is pretty awful. And, you know, cutting a bit of that away, very often you don't even necessarily have to go into the number to get a result. So, I mean, you can see there's one I've done. There's another one I've done. And that's just cutting a bit away, not even necessarily going into the number. But it fits because I went into the side backing stuff, which was enough to cut away the paper underneath. We can see the Heavy Bolter, that one there with the 10 on. They've actually handled the 10 quite well because it's a big number, but they've made it a lot smaller, so it's easier to work together. In regards to keeping the types like that, I want to keep types of fire together, so like big things. I've also got a las cannon that's going to join this unit. And the other one's just going to be all pure Heavy Bolter, with the Sergeant, of course. And those occasions when you do want to sort of like mix and match and team them up and stuff, you could do that. You can still cross squad even if you're putting numbers on. Because what happens in the field is that when the Dark Angels, or, you know, any Astartes squad or company start taking losses, then the different squad mates will, you know, the survivors will team up and form new squads within that company. So that's quite common in a war campaign, so I wouldn't worry too much about any of that either. And again, it depends how much time you've got as to, you know, if you can pick them all out and put them together. I sometimes like to be very exact about this. I've got 3 tactical squads, so, you know, they're all marked and denoted as squads 4, 5 and 6, so it gets a bit crazy trying to keep all those together. Anyway, look, that's just to say that that's going on. And then on will go a bit of Lamian medium at the end. And we'll be pressing forward with this lot and be doing 5 more backup guys to join them to fill the squad out. In both the squads, actually. You know, if I keep on at this rate, I'm going to have the entire 5th Company. Wouldn't that be a thing to see? Oh my goodness. Okay, see you at the table.